I'm sure there's like so many words for it. Like I played rec league when I was a kid. There was CYO, which is Catholic Youth Organization. So if you're right with the Lord, you get to play basketball under his banner. But yeah, I know what you're saying. It's like super casual. It's not competitive.
Kobe, they go holy.
Holy. Praise him from the 3-point line. I'm going to play basketball now, and if this works, going straight to the NBA at 35 years old. Sweet Derek, are we live?
We are live, coming to you from Las Vegas, Nevada. This is the Naturals Pod.
Welcome to this episode of the Naturals Pod. As always, I'm Uncle Kyle, seated on the other end of the couch, my co-pilot on this comedic adventure, Sweet Derek, the producer.
What up, Natties? Let's go.
Today, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special guest. She's sparkly, she's bubbly, she is Hailey Brooks. Welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you. I love that you call me sparkly because I almost wore my sparkly boots today. But I was like, nah, I'm gonna be a little more casual.
You should have done it. You would have matched with the
They would have matched the cup. Thank you for the cup. They would have matched perfectly.
Yep.
I have sparkly boots. I have sparkly flats. I have sparkly knee highs. I have sparkle and shine, man.
So he nailed it.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, well, on the follow-up episode, I am expecting sparkly head to toe. If you don't look like a human disco ball,
walked into the Cosmopolitan.
Yes,
like, yeah.
I will be thoroughly disappointed.
Duly noted.
So, you are another Las Vegas transplant, is that correct? Did you do high school out here, or did you come out here in adulthood?
No, I came out here in adulthood actually for college, too. So I grew up in Philly, suburbs of Philly. I didn't grow up in the city of Philly.
Shout out Rebels.
Yes.
UNLV.
I went to UNLV. I went to community college back on the East Coast, and then it was time to go to university. Had this like really cool talk with like a super hippie professor who used to be a director in Hollywood. He was so cool. Shout out
Hippies
Neil
always
Goldstein.
have the best ideas.
He was the first person to ever show me purple carrots. He was the man. Neil Goldstein, man, making dollars, making sense. That guy. He was like, oh, if you could be anywhere in the world, where would you want to be? And I was like, Las Vegas. My uncle lived here at the time. And I looked into the price of UNLV and I was like, oh shit, I could afford that. I just never thought about it. And then I went a step further. And when I was like, applied, it's like 89% acceptance rate or whatever it is. So like got in, and then I wrote them a letter and was like, hey, like I love Vegas. Like really can't afford to go there unless I get in-state tuition. And they were like, okay. So I got in-state tuition just because I was like, but please.
Oh yeah.
They're trying to make money too.
College is a business. But my whole family relocated out here too, like over the years. We were just sick of the cold. It's been like 9 years now. So it's like mom, dad, brother, aunt, uncle, cousin.
You went to the fucking polar opposite then as far as temperature goes.
Yeah.
If you were sick of the cold, you said fuck cold.
I swear, like it was like my first summer or first winter too, when it like snowed here and everything too. And like, I mean, it snows every once in a while now. It's like chaos, but yeah, like it still gets cold, but not bitter cold. Like I don't have to like wake up early to like shovel my car.
Yeah.
Like I never want to do that again.
Yeah, that'd be horrendous.
When I was in New York, I was
Never.
not a fan. Yeah, it sucks.
No, it ruins your day. That's why people are so mean on why people are mean on the East Coast, because they are miserable. They are cold and they are miserable and they have to wake up early just to leave to go to work.
Yeah, that tracks. I wouldn't even do it. I would be like, no, I'm a bum now. I do nothing.
I live. Yeah, this is my life now. No. Yeah.
And I'm a weirdo. I love the heat. Like I love being hot. I'm all about it. I'm like, give me 110 in the summer. Let's go.
If you stand in the shade, you're fine.
That's what I tell
totally
people.
fine.
Yeah, just don't be in direct sunlight.
And you're good.
No one's in that anyways.
Drink water. Hydrate.
Drink lots of water. That's a thing.
So, I noticed. I feel like such a strange, voyeuristic, creepy person every time I bring this up. I perused your Instagram. Did you do some cheerleading when you were at UNLV?
Not at UNLV, but I was a cheerleader from age 5 to 19.
Oh wow.
And it has permanently stuck with me. I was a competitive cheerleader.
Oh,
that was going to be my next question.
Yeah, I was a competitive cheerleader. So I did the sideline stuff and everything, but like my bread and butter was competitive. So at one point I was on like the local rec team, the school team, and then the all-star team.
Oh dang, nice.
All-star team was Cheer Factor Cats with a K and a Z.
Ooh. Oh, okay. So hold on. I need to know the distinction.
Wouldn't expect it any other way.
Between rec team and pro team. Like all stars you're doing flippies.
Yeah.
Like, people are getting thrown in the air.
Yeah.
Rec team, we're more like rah rah sis boom ba. Maybe do one of these little I'm not flexible legs in the air joints, and then you're good.
That's pretty good.
You should call Dolly Parton. She could get you her Dallas Cowboys uniform. I think you're.
We almost did a tryout. Sweet Derek and I were contemplating wearing full cheerleading
outfits
for this episode.
Like this week, that would have been amazing.
We all missed opportunities. So okay, Natties, mark the time and the date. If we do this again, or I'm going to speak positively, when we do this again, you must be sparkling like a disco ball, and Derek and I will be ready to cheer you on.
Can we do our own, like, Bring It On style tryouts? I would.
Absolutely.
We might as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're doing it. We might as well do it. You know?
Man, we're plotting a
so
whole series of
excited.
media right now.
We are.
Skits, costumes.
But yeah, no. So the rec team is like your what's the other word? Like Pee-wee, like, or not Pee-wee. Pee-wee's the little guys, but what's the other word they call it? Like for like your
junior.
I'm sure there's like so many words for it. Like,
Yeah.
I played rec league when I was a kid. There was CYO, which is Catholic Youth Organization.
yeah,
so if
that's
you're right with
right.
the Lord, you get to play basketball under His banner. But yeah, I know what you're saying. It's like super casual. It's not
instead of
competitive.
going Kobe, they go holy.
Holy. Praise him from the 3-point line. I'm going to play basketball now, and if this works, going straight to the NBA at 35 years old.
Praise him. Woo! Off the backboard. Holy from 3. Oh! Yeah!
Hallelujah! That's a half-court shot at the end of the game when you really need to get that last 3-pointer for the win. Yeah. God, I'm good.
Was there male cheerleaders in your competitive, or was it all?
When I was on, no, not at the time. I mean, there's still male cheerleaders were still a thing. And in fact, I don't even know. I would have to research this now, but I know back when I was a cheerleader, male cheerleaders were the only ones that were allowed to get scholarships.
What?
I mean,
cheerleading? At
what?
the time,
That's
yeah.
here's the thing, people, that you need to understand. When you get to a certain competitive level with the cheerleading, I know in high school they do the pretty high level stuff with the stunting, flipping. Please,
Yeah, it gets
insert any
intense.
of the more
like you're like
technical
almost
words
a
that-
gymnast almost. I mean,
You're a gymnastics dancer. Like, it's very.
And that's the point that I'm getting to is like the dudes that are doing the gymnastics. A lot of them can do somersaults and flippies,
Yes.
and
Yes.
then they're throwing the
Flippies.
women into the air. I can't do flippies, so that's why I call them flippies.
Oh, I did have a male cheerleader. I had a male cheerleader when I was like, so after high school, when I was like in community college, we tried to start our own, like, revamp this all-star thing. It ended up falling flat, but there was a guy on it who, ironically, he was
Club
super
cheerleading.
straight. He made them club cheerleading.
We need to look that
Club
up, Derek.
cheer.
If there are adults who are like, I want to continue to do this.
I
club
wish there
cheerleading.
was. They have adult gymnastics now, and I've thought about doing that, and I've thought about going to like open mats and things like that, because like you guys get to play like flag football and like all this other shit from your childhood, and
You should just be out there on the kickball
Excuse
fields
me?
cheerleading.
Yeah, you could play flag football too. I won't viciously check you
I
into
could play
the.
flag. I could play flag, but how do you softly cheerlead without like it? That would just go back to like the side. That's watching a football game at that point. Like, you know, like I'll just be here.
The answer is you don't softly cheerlead. You go out
You go
there
full.
and you give it your full
Bones,
spirit finger.
the bones can't take it anymore like they used to. You know, like they just
Right now,
they're not spare fingers. Peace.
here's the thing. I am slightly elder to you.
That's what you think. How old are you?
You know what? I'm going to pull the old age-old Uno'd reverse card here because women love doing this. When you ask them, go ahead and take a guess.
I'm 31.
No, I want. No, okay. Well, you gave up. You just gave it away. I want. No.
Uno reverses. Have you ever played Uno?
No. I wanted you to guess how old I am, but since you
pulled the
immediately
trigger immediately.
do not give her the nuclear codes. Good God, you gave that up way too easily. Okay, how old am
It's
I?
just me think.
31. So I was right.
Let me see your hands. Put your hands out.
Let me see your hands.
Let me see your hands.
Just the hand that
You
is
can put
side
creams
by
on your face. You look fresh. I'm gonna go.
You look fresh.
Haley, I moisturize my hands and my face, so good luck trying to
Wow.
figure this out.
Yeah, my hand. No.
You don't get this youthful glow without Clinique face wash moisturizer.
Clinique.
Oh,
He
yeah.
is. He's fancy.
Oh.
He's bougie.
Okay.
So
give me a
hit
number.
us,
Let's hear it.
Now I'm gonna go 34.
Ooh, okay.
Pretty close. 35.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
All right, rock on.
Yeah. So I'm your senior. Respect me.
All right, fine. Yeah.
We both are.
Oh, how old are you?
One more
God
guess.
damn it! All right. Let me
Double
see your
down on
hands.
it.
You're younger. 32.
35. Same
Ah,
Damn it!
God
You guys
damn
are
it,
the
dude.
same age.
Wow. I set that up poorly for myself because I ended up being the oldest person in the room, and apparently I look like it too. Good God. I'll still get out there and cheerlead.
At least
I
have
don't
you
give a
seen her
fuck.
like millennials? We are millennials. Are
Yeah.
you? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You guys are so old. I don't know if
There's
you're still
so many
millennials.
Old as
negative
shit.
connotations with the term millennial. That's what I
That's
have.
true, too.
beef
Yeah,
with.
it is. It's a
It's
wild
just,
term,
it's
yeah.
just everyone trying to pin you're this and I'm that. But millennials aren't like aging as rapidly as the generation under us, Generation Z. They like appear to be older than we are.
So here's the thing, okay? If you look at any president when they went into office, which I gotta say, I'm gonna count old Trumpy boy out of this, but it's mainly because he looked equally as terrible when he went in and when he came out.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you see how they age through the stress.
Yeah, brutal.
Yeah.
Being in that
brutal.
position.
I don't know why, but Obama's always stuck with me
Oh,
because he
it's
had like
ruthless. Yeah.
pretty much black hair
Yeah.
and then it was
Gray.
gray.
He looked
when
great,
came
and then
out.
he looked like he had been through exactly what he had been through.
So you're
Goodness.
saying Gen Z
So
has
what
a
I'm
stressful,
so what I'm saying is
stressful life? I think
So
they
what
just
I'm
get-
saying is
yeah,
we
go
have just been murdered by stress and the weight of the imminent end of the world for so long. Since our early days, we were riding bikes when we were stressed about this shit. Y2K and all of that. We're just accustomed to it. So we don't get the wear and tear
That they
the
do.
older folks do. And then these new kids that are coming out are just absolutely psychotic
Destroyed.
and full of chemicals. They will be like the super mutants that rule the earth, Mad Max style, long after we're gone.
Well, I
But,
think
you
it's
know.
too much downloaded into their brains at a young age. The internet has caused that. They just get shown
It's
the
just
brutality
constantly
just too
going.
fast, constantly. in
Super
all
desensitized.
aspects. So they're
100% believe
desensitized,
that's
and
a
that
thing.
just ages you faster. You know what I mean?
I saw a comment, so I can't take credit for this, but I saw somebody say that it's because we have consumed so much preservatives that it has simply just preserved us, and we're just not going to
Could be.
age.
I mean, okay.
I mean, also,
I'll take
unless
it.
the doctor's lying to me, like the old ticker's working good and we're doing fine, so enjoy the fresh face. I'm
Living the
glowing.
dream.
Yeah,
Uh,
agree with that.
So I also noticed while I was creepily perusing your
Did you go to my
Instagram,
TikTok too, or just my Instagram?
So I did. I
I'm
checked
way
it out.
cooler on
You are
TikTok.
cooler on there.
we do our research. Derek checked the TikTok. I went through your Instagram. I also took a look at the old YouTube, and I saw something that was kind of cool. You've done sports reporting. I saw that
Yeah.
you did some
Very cool.
NHRA. You did some
Thanks.
stuff at Allegiant Stadium, and I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
And you're very well suited for it, I might add. Like,
Ah,
you have a
thanks.
very good presence.
Thanks.
Doing the
So that's
reporting.
what happened. So okay, when I moved, you gotta understand. You moved. How old were you when you moved here?
18.
Okay, so there's kind of a culture shock when you come from the East Coast to the West Coast, and the easiest way to describe it is like East Coast people are assholes to your face but kind behind your back, whereas West Coast is kind to your face but assholes behind your back. So I came full blown asshole, and I was like, "Rrr, sports, Philly, rah, 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 rah," and it was 2016. Yeah, it was 2016. It was January 2016. That's when the Raiders were coming. That's when the Knights were like literally being
Yep.
born. And I was going to UNLV studying journalism. It all kind of just happened.
Oh,
like
cool.
I had actually, true story. The first person to ever tell me I should lean into the sports reporting was my DUI lawyer. True story. True story. Back in PA. This man,
I
was
love
the
this.
first one.
Was it a man or a woman?
It was a man. Old
I love
school,
this man
like,
because
tall, skinny white guy. Yeah, literally. He worked some voodoo magic too. Like he was the greatest thing
what
that
an
ever happened.
ultimate
to me.
positive outlook when you're
No.
Yeah.
ferrying
Yeah,
someone
true,
through
yeah.
a not so great thing.
To my credit, though, it was a weed DUI, not a drinking DUI. So he was like, "Oh, like you're pretty cool. You're
Did you
chill."
kill anybody?
No, it was Christmas Day, and I worked at Ruby Tuesdays at the time, and I had just gotten off work in a double on Christmas Day, and I was on
that sucks.
the way to my freshly 1 week relationship, my boyfriend's house, and I had a headlight out, and it was myself and my best friend at the time, and we were smoking a blunt because I had the worst shift of my life and got pulled over.
Yeah, you're not getting a pass with the old blunt steaming up the car. Like
It
that
was
smells
fresh.
like tobacco paper
Dude.
and weed. Like
But when he pulled me over, he was new, rookie, fresh. Like that might have been his first like pullover situation.
Yeah, you're not getting any grace in this situation.
Nothing.
Fuck.
He had the guy with him training him, like the whole thing.
Oh yeah, fucked.
But I hid it, like I stuffed it in my shirt, I stuffed it in my bra, and I hid it the whole time and was like, oh no, like that. He kept asking about the smell. I was like, it's this perfume. It's Vera Wang Princess. Smells nothing like Vera Wang Princess. But I was just like, whatever, trying to get out of it.
This is Vera Wang Swisher Diamond Blunt. New scent coming out spring 2024. Enjoy.
Do you dare?
Do you dare to smell
Under
like
the
you've
influence.
been- Or that.
But yeah, I had it on me. She ratted us out. But a year later, that same guy pulled me over, and I'd blown a .09. I was literally responsible at the time, and he let me go.
And what's the chance the same guy?
It was he literally.
What?
I
That's
had
crazy.
this time. So last time I had a headlight out. This time my turning signal was out. So I was just trying to turn.
You need to fucking get up
I
to
know,
date
man.
on the
I
vehicle.
know.
Like, I'm going to check all the lights,
You
the
know,
tires.
Most of my lights are out right now. I swear to God, I've been driving around with my high
He knows
beams
how to
on.
fix
I
that stuff,
normally
so-
well, hold on. Hear me out. This is what these new age cars do. It's fucking bullshit. My first car that I had was like a little. At the time that I was driving, I kept getting pulled over. It was a little '94 Toyota Corolla, and I changed the headlights myself. It was no big deal. After I kept getting pulled over, I was like, whatever. Went to Walmart, got the bulbs, changed the headlight, like whatever, no big deal. I have a Jeep Grand Cherokee now, and you literally have to like go in through the hood and then in through the tire well and like take this shit off. And stuff.
Yeah.
It is annoying.
It's a whole thing.
I did that on my. So here's the thing. I did that on my sister's car, and they wanted me to remove a bunch of shit, but like, I'm glad that you think my hands look useful. But like, youthful. These hands and these elbows, like when I get cuts and scrapes on, I'm just like, well, there's another one. I mean, as long as I don't lose it.
Moisturize.
So I moisturize. Keep the moisture in your body. But
Vera Wang under the influence.
Vera Wang slick for when you need to get into a tight space.
Vera for your Wang.
Jesus. Vera's old, but I guess she is keeping it tight.
That was good.
So anyways, I just like removed the minimal amount of hardware that I had to, and I just jammed my arm in there like I was giving birth to a transformer to change this light, and it did scratch me up. But
So yeah, that's one I have. That's my situation.
scratch your arms up. Be
Well,
a
I was like-
man woman.
I might. Here's where it got weird though.
Manly.
Here's where it got weird. So I have a neighbor, and he was the first one to notice when one was out. Literally one went out, and then the second one went out. And I have three neighbors that work on cars in my tiny ass street. And my neighbor next to me noticed. He's like, "I'll change it." I was like, "No, independent woman, I'm fine, I'm great." The second one went out. I was like, "All right, neighbor. So if you could like change these, that'd be great." Because I watched the YouTube video. It was like, "There's more than 3 tools here. I'm out. 3 tools is my max for me. Anything I'm gonna do, 3 tools. That's it. Done. Bing, bing, bong, bong." So he offered, and I was like, yeah, whatever, daytime hours. And this motherfucker texted me at like 11 o'clock at night. He was like, I could change your lights now. And I was like, you know what? This has now become a weird situation.
Yep, correct.
So
He's
you
trying
know
to
what?
change more than your light bulb.
Exactly, yeah.
This is not an
Exactly.
appropriate light bulb changing
Right.
time,
Yeah,
sir.
This is not what I need you to light up right now. It's not. This is not what we're going for. So I was like, whatever. And now if I change it on my own, it's like we live super close to each other. It'd be very weird and very obvious. And I have 3 neighbors that all work on cars, and they're all out there all the time. And they'd be like, little ass me, not knowing what I'm doing. And I called Firestone and be like $150. I was like, fuck that.
150.
Okay,
bucks.
okay,
$150.
okay.
So I'm moving.
So I'm gonna no, don't do that. I'm gonna make a deal with you that's gonna make this super easy. Okay, this is the Uncle Kyle hookup. This is how great of a friend that I am. In the future, I'll help you fix these things. I'm not gonna do it. You're gonna do it with me. Okay, I'm
I
gonna
get to
teach
learn.
you. Exactly. So still technically
Wow.
you did it, but you will get it done because there is not a tool.
I'll take full credit.
In the garage,
project.
right below us, I could build a spaceship,
Yeah.
dude. Like
Yeah.
if
He
Elon
has all
put
the
in an
stuff.
independent contractor, I could do it. And then you go back, and when they're all out working on their respective cars, and you show up, both headlights, both tail lights, everything's working, everything's topped up and fantastic. You just tap the hood and you go, "Yep, fixed it, did it." And you don't look at any of them. That's
Look
for
at that.
them to see. But you play it off casually, like they didn't see it.
So
Just
when I'm moving
mind
my
fuck all of
boxes.
them. Be like, she figured it out. We need to clean our acts up. This is
Wow!
not
I can't believe she figured that one out.
No. You could do it. I believe in you.
No, I really did that. I watched the YouTube video. I was like, there's no way. There's no way. And I told Firestone too. I was like, I already got the light bulbs because like all my independent shit. And they're like, we normally don't do this, but for you. I was like, yo, okay. Slow season. Got it.
So here's another little hack I'm going to throw at you. Just go to an AutoZone or an O'Reilly's and Just ask them to do it. They will. Those guys like get off on that. That's their hero moment. Like they don't get to rescue people from a burning building.
Oh, I'm
but
gonna
goddamn
go full
it, they're
damsel
gonna
in
put- I'm
distress.
telling you.
Oh, please change my life.
Discount tire. If you got a
So
flat,
hard.
roll
I'm not
right up
allowed.
there. They'll patch that up for you. They're a bunch of nice young lads. Throw them a little $5 or a 10 after they're
Bunch
done.
of nice
Yeah.
young lads. O'Reilly.
Auto parts. Had to do it. I go to both.
Oh shit.
So yeah, to be a sports reporter, and yeah, that happened. Yeah, DUI lawyer, DUI lawyer told me to do it. I did it. Now here we are. I actually did some really cool stuff, like in college, especially because the Raiders and the Knights and everyone were coming. Like I was there for the Raiders groundbreaking. I was there for the NFL owners meeting when they like announced that they were moving.
What?
That's cool.
It was really cool, and that was still in college. And
I actually
then-
worked on that stadium for 2 years too. By the way,
Did you really?
You did, yeah.
Okay, so did somebody really bury like a Chiefs like flag or towel or whatever down there that they said they did?
Okay, so here's the thing. Here's what shows you. I'm not trying to call myself smart, but I'm smart. Here's what differs smart people from dumb people. Okay, that guy did that when they were still digging the hole to make the field subterranean. Okay. I was out there from the very beginning when they started pouring concrete for each level of the stadium, and I was there when they were pouring the concrete, doing what's called pour watch. So this guy's an idiot. He dug a flag in the dirt where it was going to be found, and he was going to get kicked off. I was there at 2 a.m. shoving Denver Broncos memorabilia into the concrete, and that's buried in the fucking building, and that's how you get it done. That's how you get it done.
So now there's
Whammy.
more than
Oh yeah.
Hold on, here's my theory now
there's
though.
the Broncos now too.
If you were smart enough to do it, I feel like there was like someone from each team like in the stadium secretly burying their team swag.
If
when
I
they
could go
implode
back-
that thing, it's gonna light up
Yeah,
like a
like a-
fucking.
If I could go back, I would have offered that service to each organization and done it individually. But nah, I'm like a Banksy style criminal, Like if you discover it,
So was
you get
that
to-
you-
It'll
Yes,
happen during the Super Bowl.
Is that you trying to
Fall apart.
curse the stadium? Is that your mindset?
It was, but also I will say I did have some more like heartfelt stuff that happened. A friend of his died, and he was a huge Raider fan, and he had some of his personal memorabilia, and I also put that. in the
Oh, well, that's
concrete.
cool.
So
Yeah,
that was kind of
that's
cool.
nice.
I felt
Yeah,
like
that's
that
that's
balanced
great,
it
yeah.
out. Like I'm kind of cursing you, but also here's like a
Yeah.
sweet little memorial for somebody that very
hit him
few
with the
people will
niceness,
know
too.
about.
If there is gonna be a stadium for all that too, that's the one because that's an away stadium. That's not a home stadium. That's an away stadium.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, like.
Yeah.
I mean, it is with all. I feel like it'll be that way with all the sports here. The athletics, when they come, I mean, they're dog
No
shit.
one's gonna care.
Yeah.
No,
one
no,
wants
no,
that.
no, no, no,
no.
No.
The away teams.
People will care, but also it will still do well because people want to come to Vegas and they're like, oh, by the way, the Yankees are playing or whoever
Yeah.
the fuck their team is.
They're trying to bring a professional basketball team.
They are
too.
going to.
LeBron James
LeBron's
is
going
trying to
to
get
be
it
part of the
now.
ownership group. He said he wanted to do that. So that's cool. They've been talking about that shit for years. As somebody in the construction industry,
Yeah.
this is not something that like everybody knows about, but it's supposed to be called All Net Arena. I doubt it will ultimately end up being called that, but it's supposed to be where the old Wet and Wild is.
Mm-hmm.
They've been talking about that since I was an apprentice before I even turned out and became a journeyman electrician and stuff. But apparently they are going to do it. So that'll be pretty cool.
It's next.
We'll have all
It's
the
next.
sports.
I thought they were announcing it when they did that in-season tournament thing.
So they do
I
the
thought
summer
that was
league.
the-
They do the summer
No,
league.
no, yeah, but this year I emceed a summer league one time.
Oh,
but,
cool.
They what was
I
it?
know what
No,
you're talking
this
about.
year.
They had the
in-season
in-season tournament,
It
and
was
they
the
did it out here
stupidest
too.
thing ever. It
Yeah,
was-
it's super dumb. They're
Yeah.
trying to do that to like bring more views. Or
Okay,
something, but
okay.
don't
So I
get it.
gotta know this. I'm
trying
not
to copy
trying to
college
expose you or
basketball.
anything. How well versed are you in the sport of basketball? Like, is it just a passing knowledge, or do they give you like little info sheets? Like, here's some kind of nice stats and tidbits about things that are going on around the league.
I did the research all on my own. Everything was
Love
all
it.
on me. Basketball was not my forte, so I actually mainly did because I ended up working at the Speedway, so I did NASCAR.
I saw that. I thought that was
Yeah.
super cool.
Yeah, I did that for a while. I could have done a way better job than I did. I ended up getting pregnant when I was there, so that's why I left. So it was a lot of fun. My
A
son.
reasonable.
And, yeah, I was like,
I was like,
you know what? Can't do this anymore. It was crazy though. I literally would be like pregnant as shit, and like during NHRA, that was when they went to 4 wide. So it was like this whole big thing. It had the 2 lanes and now it had 4 lanes. And I was pregnant as fuck with like, before everyone was wearing masks, I was wearing a mask, okay? Because I was around all this like nitrogen chemicals and shit. And I was fucking pregnant and like rattling that baby up with like, my son's a very nice kid.
Next Kyle Busch coming out.
Yeah.
Dale Earnhardt
Lewis
reborn.
Hamilton, yeah.
He's in the little Tykes car just hitting them bangs.
Actually, it's crazy. He can only turn left. I don't know, man. He just fucking, that's all he does. That's all
I mean,
he does.
I feel like you
Coincidence?
really did the world a disservice by not naming that child Ricky Bobby. Did you name that child Ricky Bobby? Ricky Bobby?
Oh, his name is Brady.
Okay.
It's kind of like there's Ricky Bobby elements in there. I like that.
If you ain't first,
Brady.
you last.
Brady
Brady,
could
it's- so
easily
their
be
dad
But
is-
also, you're from Philly, and like, aren't you supposed to hate Brady?
Yes.
There are many
No.
Brady's,
Yes.
dude. If you
I
hate
know,
a
all
singular
these-
last
no,
name,
This became an
dude.
actual thing. There are people in my family who to this day will not call him Brady. They just call him Buddy.
Oh,
I swear to God. But I swear
that
to God.
is so
No,
disrespectful
hold
to
on.
the child. What?
Let me tell you what happened. I do
Me
have a
and
bit
Brady
about
are
this,
gonna
but let me tell you
go
the real
war
story.
with these people.
Their dad is from Boston. I'm from Philly, and Philly and Boston.
Boston.
Yes. So Philly and Boston are always beefing as to who's second to New York, right? There's always a rivalry there. We have the whole Super Bowl beef, but then my son, he was born after the Eagles won the Super Bowl, so I became a little more okay with Brady. And then afterwards, that's when Brady went to Tampa Bay and like just fucking was like, I'm gonna get a Super Bowl here.
Yeah,
and they
he's
were
like,
like, yeah,
yeah,
okay, and he
go.
really did. I was like, all right, I give him respect now. But prior to that, I got pregnant again, like a year later. Literally had 2 kids a year apart. I was crushing it in life.
I mean, if you're
that's what
gonna
you
do
wanted to do.
anything,
You're gonna
back
do it,
to
just
back
back
is
to
the
back.
way to do
What else
it.
do you do?
Back to
Back
back.
to back, baby. So, but I got pregnant again, and we had a deal. Boy, he names a girl, I name it. So that's why he picked Brady. He got Brady. It was a whole thing. My daughter's name is Rocky.
Okay.
That honestly,
I like that.
I couldn't find a way to hate on that because that's such a badass name.
Right?
for
It
a
really is.
girl.
Her
Okay.
name is
I like
Rocky.
that. I love
And there
that.
was
That's
at least there was a Zendaya was like a Disney character that was named Rocky, and then there's a reporter out here who's Rocky as well. So I was like, all right, there's at least like a few. It's not like I'm naming her Thomas or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
There's
Rocky,
one or
I could
two.
go both ways. I could see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's
if she
awesome.
becomes like a roadhouse bouncer, how epic would that be? It'd be like, you need to calm down or we're going to get Rocky out here.
Fucking her.
Bring him out. And then Rocky comes out, a badass little woman, and lays the Swayze
Fucking Ronda
smackdown on
Rousey.
those
Yeah,
fucks,
yeah.
dude. Oh my God, I love it. It writes
Defeat
itself.
the Russians. Yeah.
It writes itself. Wolverines!
But yeah. So those are that happened.
You have
Here we are.
an extremely interesting and
Backstory.
delicately woven tapestry.
Yeah.
Yes, or that. I was trying to like
Wow.
make it a little more
Am I a blanket?
eloquent.
Is that a
Okay. So
Is it
Sweet
a wet
Derek,
blanket? Is it a dry? Is it a
Sweet
heated
Derek
blanket?
can look
No,
this
it's a-
up
it's a-
in
it's a-
post, and he hates me
it's a
for
nice
doing this and put it
warming
up
blanket.
here. But let's look up some like little antique roadshow Indian blankets and see how many millions of dollars those have gone for. Yes, I'm calling your daughter a potential and your life a potential blanket, and it's a compliment. You could be worth millions. Like,
$1 million blanket right here.
yes.
Keep you warm.
So why stand up then? So we got there, and now we're
yeah, okay.
involved to stand up. So I want to know.
So when I had my kids, I had literally, so when I had Brady, I was working at the Speedway, had him. It was a we almost died scenario. It was a lot of fun. And then we up and moved literally that week to California. And that's kind of when COVID happened. And then that's when my daughter came.
Okay, pause. You literally just said in the same breath, you nearly died, and then you were like, I'm moving to California.
No, that's what happened. I almost died
Wow.
on 3/16. And then
Oh, that's right
I
before my
was
birthday.
when's your birthday?
19th, 2019.
Ah, okay.
Well, I'm glad you did
I
not
was-
die.
yeah.
So you're the harbinger of doom, apparently, with that birthday.
3. Well, my son is John 3:16. It's also the day before St. Patrick's Day.
Yep.
Shout out Stone Cold Steve Austin, you know?
Drink some beers.
Yeah, he just fucking crushes it. But yeah, so you were born 3/19. I was still in the hospital at that time, celebrating your birthday for you. But yeah, so then by April, we might end 3, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. April 26th, or sorry, May 26th. March
That is a
March
super fast
26th.
turnaround.
I was out there. Yeah, it was wild. It was a wild time. It was wild. It was all it was just craziness. And
LA area?
I was in Long Beach for a year,
Okay.
and then Huntington Beach for a year. It was Westminster, but I claim Huntington.
And that was
Beach.
where you started to do comedy?
No,
That was the
oh god, I'm not
genesis
even there
of your
yet. So that
comedy
happened,
journey?
and I was
Okay.
like, you know what, this stay-at-home mom thing for me, it's not for me. I'm gonna come back to Vegas and struggle for a while. That sounds like that's way more fun. So that's what I did. I came back, and I literally had to like crawl my way back up. Like I was doing the sports shit, and like my life was great. And then I was like, babies, COVID, life in California, this sucks. Let's come back. Let's try this again. Take 2.
Restart, yeah.
Restart. So I came back for a restart, and I was working. At first, I was working at the pools. Shout out to me. I literally was like 9 months postpartum for my daughter, and I was ready for pool season.
Very impressive.
I mean,
Fucking did it, man.
very impressive.
Body by depression.
Were you giving away the box?
fuck.
It affects us in different
Can't
ways.
congratulate that. I mean,
I can't
fuck.
either.
So that I know people who do that. That's like a very lucrative position because you can get like insane tips and really essentially within pool season make enough money to
That's
just.
what I did. I was like, I know if I go back there, I can afford life by doing that.
Yeah.
So that was my goal, and I fucking did it. And it wasn't the best. I wasn't at one of the cool pools. I was working at Sapphire. Day pool?
Okay.
I mean, that depends on who you
that
ask.
depends-
That might be the
depends on-
cool pool for a lot of people.
I had a great time. Sapphire was the tits. And no, but what happened was like halfway through the season, I picked up the mic and I started emceeing. So I was like a cocktail waitressing MC. It was dope. It was like champagne sprays
yeah.
and,
Life of the
like,
party.
Yeah.
Love
That's
it.
awesome. Yeah, that's great.
Because previous to that too, before kids and after kids, I was a party host on the strip. So I do like club crawls on the party buses.
Yeah, it's gotta be
and-
super fun. I've done a couple of those, super
Yeah,
fun.
so
And
much
also,
fun.
some people just make it their mission to get belligerently blackout,
Many
sloppy
people.
drunk.
Yeah,
they get
Oh my
annihilated.
Many
God.
people do. And that's what I was doing for a living. So it was a lot of fun.
You should have just put wheelbarrows in the bus and been like, and then when somebody goes, what's the wheelbarrows for? You go, that's when you get so fucking drunk that we can't carry you and we'll just
Yeah,
dump
that's
you
when-
wherever we picked you up from.
Yeah, we've lost a couple of people out there. It was crazy.
No. What?
Not like that. Not like
Okay.
that. Not
I was
like
about
that.
to
Didn't make it
say,
to
I
the
was about to
toilet.
say you had deaths on the pub crawls. Call,
Metaphorically,
People have
not
fallen.
physically.
There's been accidents where people have fallen out the buses before. That's
damn.
happened. That's happened. Yeah. They like lead. You tell them not to lead. Like it's a moving bus, and people forget that, especially when they're in Vegas and partying. They're just like, I can walk on this like it's normal, and then they end up like leaning on the doors, and they just lean.
Bye.
They lean with it. They rock with it. Like they're gone. But yeah, I forget the point of that. But I was party host. Oh, came back to Vegas.
There you go.
Yeah.
we are on your comedic journey right now.
Thanks. Oh God, you would think that this would be be like, well, one day I decided to write jokes and then do it on stage, and that's how we got here. No, let me tell you the whole story. Let me tell you the meat and potatoes.
Love it.
Came back, was working at Sapphire, and from there I started doing actually comic book live sales. So I'm kind of the ultimate pick me bitch. I went from sports to strip club to comic books.
Not as a stripper.
Not as a stripper. Very, very important distinction.
Important
Yeah.
detail to
Important
throw in
detail.
there.
They
Yeah.
are independent contractors. I was dumb enough to work for the club.
What is Comic Book Live? What is that?
Oh, okay. So literally comic books, like especially old vintagey worth money comic
Yep.
books,
Yeah.
I would sell them on live sales.
Oh.
So we'd be like,
so you were like the Vanna White
White of
of
comic
vintage
books.
comics. I like
Yeah.
that.
That's
good.
right.
But
That's
dude,
sweet. I love
it
comic
was
books.
it was a lot of fun, and that's literally the perfect way to put it. I like tried to do my research and everything, and I was like, I grew up in like a family that likes comic books. Like no, these people are so fucking smart, dude.
Yep.
So fucking smart.
And if you don't
I'm
know
so
one
fucking
single
Detail.
You're roasted.
intricate detail, you're
You're
gonna get
roasted.
Fucking
destroyed.
dare you.
You're
Oh
done.
my God.
Which honestly kind of gave me like the grit to do stand up as well. Because I'd be like, listen, you want to know a mean crowd? I will show you a mean crowd.
Yeah, you
one
gotta be
wrong
willing to
thing.
endure the
Nerds where you
punishment.
fuck up. I'm like that over my Star Wars. I know all
Yeah.
about
Oh,
that shit.
yeah. No, absolutely not.
I'm one of the nerds.
We'll have you back to destroy Star Wars, and Derek can just savage you with why you're wrong. And
There was actually a running thing. I'd go Stirwers. It's like a really big thing. Well, the people I have some loyal people who still to this day follow me, talk to me from that whole stint, and Stirwers was always a thing. Stirwers.
I don't know how I
How does
feel
that make
about
you
it.
feel?
I don't know.
there's some
Star
like
Wars.
strange amorphous blob of a human being in Wisconsin that lives in his mother's basement and exclusively wears sweatpants, and that's how he says Star Wars.
Stirwers. Stirrers. Like Cartman when he gets all fat in that one episode. Not that Cartman's not always fat. But
Yeah.
When they're
They're playing
Warcraft. They're playing World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
Great
Yes.
episode. Very funny. And in the basement, he's just
Stirrers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool. So I did that, and then went from there to I was working at. Oh, I did this, Alice. Okay, I've had a lot. My resume is very wonky. So I did this immersive dinner theater.
So where are we on the scale right now, so we don't lose our viewers? You're emceeing at Sapphire.
My sister does stuff like that, the
She
immersive
does.
dinner
I
theater.
wonder if
So
you
we
know-
might have to have
Yeah.
you back to do a group pod with
Yeah.
her.
Oh
'cause-
my god! So
You
it's
might
not
know a
it's not
sister.
around anymore. But at the time, it was Alice in Wonderland, and it was just drinks. There was no food. But I was like, 9 times out of 10, I was like the Mad Hatter character.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it was like this cool little drink, and you had to do these riddles, and like the company itself.
You could have Bill Cosby'd everybody while you were doing this job. And
I made a
played it
couple
off
of
as
those
a whole
jokes. It was
part.
great. At the end, they have this like drawing contest. You know, painting with a twist. They do it on like a cocktail, and it has to be like, oh, paint the queen's favorite thing, and everyone's there drawing dicks. They would like collectively put all their martini glasses together and make like the biggest dick they possibly
As you
could.
do, the dick jokes never fade out. There's like 80-year-old
always
men
They're always
doing
great.
dick
It's always
jokes.
funny.
It is always fun.
Especially like the old ladies that come to see this Alice in Wonderland thing. But I was there and I was like, this script is hot garbage. It was absolute. The people that wrote it were in Australia, and then the company was in it. It was this whole thing. Like there's this whole bit about a jam tart, and everyone there is like, "What the fuck is a jam tart?
Yeah,
Like, what the fuck is it?"
What is a jam
It didn't
tart?
make any sense. So it was like a plot twist moment in this production too. The jam tart was very important.
Like everyone's supposed to be like, oh my god.
Dun,
The
dun,
tarts were
dun,
gone.
jam tart.
We had to find the tart thief. It was a whole
Where
thing.
is he? Can you cue dramatic soap opera music and like over dramatic face close up?
There was a Cheshire cat on the wall, and the people would have to like go up to the Cheshire cat, and you would have to like quickly hit like play on your phone for it to like say the fucking thing it's supposed to say. It was pretty cool. I had a lot of fun doing that. So it's just like the Mad Hatter. And I took the script, made it my own, and that thing closed out. And like I was turning 30 at the time. Like I'm only like a year into this, so I was turning 30, and I was like, I want to try this, and I did, and I was like, aha. I found it. I found the thing I was
Awesome.
supposed to do.
Sweet.
So you would say doing the interactive, not dinner theater,
Not dinner theater. That
was
was the final
like
straw.
that was the moment where you were like, I can do this.
That was the
I'm
final
gonna do
straw.
comedy. I'm gonna make people laugh.
Well, because I did I did theater growing up, and like I did like modeling and acting shit, like everything but I kind of did, and I was like. The thing with being like a journalist and a content creator, I couldn't like tell the truth a lot, and I was like, but I really want to tell the truth. And journalists don't tell the truth. Comedians actually tell the truth more than journalists, I think.
It's so true.
So
It is true.
I was like,
We endorse that.
Shout it
Hey.
next time. It's not a secret. Comedians
comedians are a little bit more truthful, and I was like, I really want to be. There were so many parts of myself I couldn't be, and I was like, I don't like this. I just want to be Beatles. Yeah. And now
Is
we're
that
here.
is that a character, or you want to be Beatles, like physical Beatles crawling on the ground?
Being a Beatle would be pretty interesting, but I think could I be Blue Beetle?
Beatles are gross. I mean, we're not lumping superheroes into this. You're either a bug or a comedian, or
She's a superhero now.
All the above.
add it to the
All the
resume.
above.
Add
This
it in
resume
there.
keeps on going. I didn't realize I was at a job interview. God, I kind of took that one on my own though. So
Yeah. So you did that.
did that
You're like, now it's time for me to dip my toe in the
stand up.
stand-up world. And
Yeah.
how's that going? Because I've seen you've done some roasts.
Uh-huh.
I've seen some of your bits from that.
Thanks.
Love it. So what would you say is your particular style? Do you like doing crowd work? Do you like the roasts? Do you have some personal stories and bits
Yeah.
that you've already worked out? You got your 5 minutes.
Oh yeah. I have a tight 15, and
Beautiful.
like I can go for 25.
That's
but
good.
my strong 15.
Hell yeah.
Because that's the way we like to do it too. Is like we like to have a little bit of a plan, but it's like if it just grows and
Then
it's
have
going
at
in a
it.
certain direction, climb
Yeah.
the fucking tree, go
Yeah,
do
just
it.
Keep
run
rolling
with
with
it.
what you got.
Yep.
Keep
Do
rolling
it.
with what you got.
Love that.
Yeah, and like honestly, the best set I ever had, I did this like all women's show, and that was the best set I've ever had. Not even gonna lie, it was like I did 25 to 30 minutes there. Best set of my life.
Nice.
Sorry guys, but it was amazing. I was like, I like this a
sounds
lot.
great, yeah.
Well, because it's crazy
Awesome.
because I like part of my comedic journey, there was just so many moving parts, but I blew up on TikTok because I was making jokes about being a mom, and that's what I had found worked for me.
Mom talk,
Mom-
super
yeah.
popular,
They love it. Yeah.
super
Mom talk,
popular
dude.
mom talk.
I kind of don't like where that whole thing's gone now, but like I was like, that's what I was doing, and then I like did it online. I was like, all right, this works online. Let's try it in person. And then I started to be like, well, let me like find my audience and blah blah blah, whole niner nanner. But yeah, so I'm trying to thrive with like a female audience, which honestly, finding at comedy clubs, it's a little difficult.
Well, it's like more male
Especially
see
to
where
narrow
that's
down
the
and be like,
thing.
any other single moms here? No, probably not.
But
Find
see,
you
I
online.
feel like that's the beauty of the social media and the TikTok is you can find that audience, and then as
Yeah.
you grow, let's just say
Come out for a night.
we're gonna
Yeah,
go
come watch
ahead
me
and
stand
we're gonna
up.
go ahead
Yeah.
and manifest some nice things right now. You go on tour, and your audience is built in wherever you go. They're people that
Dang.
regularly watch you on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram, and they're like, she's funny as hell, and I want to go see that live. So
Yeah.
we're gonna put that out in the universe. That could be a thing. But I would say that is totally understandable what you're saying, that it would be tough to break in because we've been to plenty of comedy shows. The audience is predominantly male.
Yeah.
Or dates.
Yeah.
A lot of dates too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can kind of still target them to some degree. Maybe
Yeah,
she's a
like
single
I
mom
found
on
like
a date.
I found a way to. I'm not like sitting up there dying every night. I found a
Yeah.
way to make people laugh.
Absolutely.
But yeah, it's just crazy because I tried to take that way and apply it to like the audience I had, and it didn't translate as well. So it's like, all right, you have this following here. Now let's build the following here. But then I made this like Vegas character that did pretty well too, and I started making fun of Vegas, and it turns out people love that.
Yeah. Good.
Not when you
Not
work
all
for them
people.
though.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But I think you'll find a way to merge those two things, and then you'll find your sweet spot and you'll crush it. You're already crushing
Oh yeah,
it,
no,
so
I was working for Vegas. I got fired. They were like, "Shut up," and I was like, "No."
you don't seem
Hold
like
on,
one to shut up.
Vegas proper, like the city of Las Vegas, or
LVCVA.
oh,
I was making that
yes,
content online.
Las Vegas proper. That is Las Vegas proper because the tourism runs this city.
Correct. Yep.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah, but I mean that's great, and like I said, I think you have a great personality. Your
Thanks.
stand up, from what I've seen online, plug some stuff. What do you have coming up as far as shows go?
Okay, this week is February. So on Tuesday, I will have a guest spot at Macho's Ladies Night, wherever that is.
Another
somewhere.
all
It's happened
all
today.
female comedian
Yeah.
jam. If you're into that sort of
I'm leaning
thing.
into this a little bit. No, I have comedy for all. That's what's crazy too, is like telling sports jokes. Sometimes too, I have to like tiptoe the water a little bit because I just know how dudes are with their sports and
No, destroy
Shit
men.
up
No, dude,
Make
yeah.
embarrass them, make them feel bad. That makes it worse because they want to laugh and they probably still are going to laugh, and then they're going to feel bad about it later, and then they'll go look up a clip of it and they'll laugh about it again, and they'll hopefully get over it.
But yeah, and then I'll be on the Crazy Woke Asian show. In Bellflower.
I'd love to know how you fit into that one, because like I feel like you're a token on that show.
How did you get
Because
We can't
I
only
mean,
get so
I don't know about the
you guys should
crazy or the
go.
woke, but you're definitely not Asian. So
You didn't know that.
I'm taking a guess. I'm
There
taking
has
a
to be a
stand.
balance, you know?
You're a
That's
token.
awesome. That's
Token.
Equality
Yeah.
goes all ways. So if you're in Bellflower this month, February, whenever this airs.
It'll
I'll be
be
there. The
2
Crazy
Mondays.
Woke.
So yeah, early
Yeah,
February.
yeah, February.
Yeah.
So this month.
So that'll be the next one.
We're
Forget the one I
speaking to
just
you
said.
from the past, people. Enjoy the present.
a
But
gift.
we'll throw the other one up on the socials as well,
Thanks.
Yeah,
because
throw up your
as-
flyers
TikTok and all
up,
the
it's there.
socials and all
Yeah.
that. Definitely check her out. She's super funny. I've seen your
Thanks.
TikTok stuff. You have a bunch of great vids and stuff like that.
Thanks.
So
Try
it's
to bring
awesome.
it back.
yeah, and we appreciate you for coming on. Thank you
Thanks for having me. This
for
was a
being
wild
part of
ride.
the early stages of Natty's
I love it, yeah.
stepping
Yeah.
into the
Oh,
Vegas
can I tell you
comedy
guys
community.
one more thing really
Sure.
quick?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
You guys fucked up my algorithm because
Now you're seeing a lot of me, and
No.
hey, to the algorithm, I hope you're smoking a cigarette because you're welcome.
No, I
You're welcome.
was-
Me and Derek ravaged
the
you.
other day I was trying to find the page and I was like, I don't know why it was like, it's Big Naturals.
She Okay, people, I want you to understand what's going on here and look at her.
we do.
She just shamed me because Derek's not big, but I'm big, and you could see me first because I'm big, and she just said big naturals and called me big.
So I was looking. I wasn't calling you big. I said what I was searching for was big naturals, and
The wrong
go
name.
ahead and type
That's
in
fine.
big naturals on Instagram.
Yeah,
It's
no,
not people that
yeah,
look
I
like
mean-
you.
No,
It's
that's
not
not-
people that look like you. It's big naturals. So now my algorithm is
Yeah.
all.
Further proving the point that we were talking about previously, Derek, where I just need to get a set of breast implants, and then we can be the Naturals podcast, the Big Naturals
How much do you
podcast.
think they
We can tap
cost?
in all of them.
We could get you a pair. We could start a GoFundMe.
I mean,
It's
if
usually
we go
10 to 20K
Yeah, if we go to
probably.
Guatemala, like
you can
3,
get them for
like,
seven.
it'll
No,
be good.
in this city you could get them for seven. Go to Brazil,
Discount.
you can get them for like I don't know 3.
All right. Well, we'll talk to Julian about that since
$7,000
he's familiar with Brazil and he can
for just
translate.
2 cents a day. You could participate in getting this poor lonely critter a nice set of big naturals.
Silicone, or if you want to invest a little more, something that won't poison me and eventually kill me. Thank you so much.
That's
Bless
hilarious
you.
that that's what
Well-
you're seeing now, though.
All of them dying. You know, there's ones that you can make bigger and smaller. They have to be saline though, and they like stick a thing in you, and you can like make them bigger and smaller.
What?
No.
I
I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't
Yeah.
like
He's
that,
doing
though.
You can be
Yeah,
like, you know
don't
what?
do-
Today I'm doing yoga. Shh. Be like, you know what? Tomorrow I'm going out. Bop, 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 bop.
You have a jogging mode and like a relaxation
pretty
mode.
much.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Play with
I
a
don't know how I feel
mode where
about
they get
that.
like you test the limits
You
of
could,
how
I
stretchy
don't know.
those
I don't know
things
the
are.
science behind it, but I wonder if you could like make one big, one small, so just like fuck with people.
So you could look like
Ultra
a carny
lopsided.
in the 1930s, like
You can
one
make a
little
living.
titty, one
Kidding
big
me? Go
titty.
stand
You
there on
could.
Fremont.
You could.
I think me with a full beard with titties is enough. They don't need to be uneven sizes. They don't even need to be big. Just like a medium
medium?
tit, and we'll be good. I don't know the sizes. I've been
It's a
single for so
drive-through.
long.
Can I get
so
the medium tit meal, please?
I'd like just the regular middle of the road size titty, if you will. Anyways, this has been a lot of fun. Make
for
sure
having
you
me.
check out Haley on all of her socials,
Absolutely,
on
she's hilarious.
TikTok,
Do it.
Instagram. Check
Thanks.
out the YouTube. Get over there and throw some subs on that.
Haley's Happy Hour on TikTok and YouTube. Hailey Brooks Comedy on Instagram.
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
Check
let's
those out.
go.
We'll have Derek throw those up. And also pay attention to this shit, people, because I'm like, she will be sparkling and we will look like we are in the movie Fired Up the next time you see us all on a podcast. And if we
It'll be
don't, well,
amazing.
maybe we'll be damned to hell or something.
Thanks, guys. Love you so much. Like, comment, subscribe. See ya.
Bye.
Yeah.
Boom. Awesome. That was great.
Yay!
Very fun.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Naturals Pod. Please remember to follow us on your Twitter and Instagram accounts at the Naturals Pod. Do you have what it takes to join the Natty Nation? Like and subscribe to find out.